Welcome to Ruger Tech Tips. This is cleaning and inspection for the Ruger Max 9 pistol. First off, I'm going to go ahead and put on my glasses, and as you can see, I have no ammunition or source of ammunition on the table here in front of me. I have my Ruger Max 9 pistol disassembled and ready for cleaning. First thing I'm going to do is pick up the barrel, and to clean the barrel, we're going to start out with a wire bristle brush. This is a copper brush that won't damage the barrel. And we're going to run that through a couple of times just to remove any fouling and things that's in there. It's also good to do this with a nice solvent. Any kind of gun cleaning solvent would be appropriate. Okay, so we'll swab that out a couple of times. After that, you can change your tip and you can clean this out. You can use either one of these swabs or just rags if you have them available. Any of these tips are fine, and what we'll do is we'll run that through. We'll get one that's wetted with solvent. You run it through a couple of times with some solvent to clean it. Grab a clean patch. You'll want to put a couple drops of oil on there and just give it a nice light coat of oil. You don't want to soak this barrel. You don't want to leave any oil in the barrel, but just a very thin coat that's just going to kind of provide it with a little bit of rust proofing. These should come out clean when you're done. If they're still fouled, then you have more cleaning to do. That's about it for the barrel. The spring, all you need to do really is kind of wipe that down or brush it down, get any fouling off of there. A couple of drops of light oil is fine, and that's really all you should do there. On the slide, first thing I'm going to do, again, I'll just use my brush here. You can use a toothbrush, a paintbrush, whatever you have. Even a rag is fine. Just get out, any carbon or other fouling accumulated in there. Get the big chunks out. And what you really want to focus on here is the breech face. This is the area where you have the extractor and, of course, the firing pin. Really get in there and scrub. You can use cotton swab that's maybe got some solvent on it, or again, a toothbrush works great here. But really scrub that area out. Make sure there's nothing under the extractor or on the breech face. Other than that, just a little bit of light lubricant on a rag. Really kind of wipe out these internal surfaces. Make sure that the slide rails are clear, and you can just kind of set that aside. There's really not much else you need to do there. And then finally, on the grip frame, we can kind of brush this off, clean it out as best we can. If you want to get down into the internal components, there's a lot of liquid solvents that would work just fine. You can do some of the spray solvents. You want to use something that will evaporate. You don't want it to be in there long term, of course. But just cleaning those out with something that is safe for use on firearms. And then a couple of drops of oil, or in this case, you can use some light grease. I'll usually put a little bit of grease on the rails. That will help glide that mechanism, and don't use a lot. A drop here, a drop there is really enough. You don't want to have too much in there. And then same thing here, maybe just a drop of oil here on the fire control components. Okay, that's really about it in terms of cleaning and lubrication. So now that you have your pistol disassembled and clean, this is a great opportunity to do a quick inspection. If you're looking for anything out of the ordinary or unusual, is there any peening or chipping or cracking of any components? If so, it's time to have those parts replaced. You can call Ruger Customer Service or see a gunsmith. A little preventive maintenance will prevent you from having problems further on down the road. This has been cleaning and inspection of the Ruger Max 9 pistol. Thank you for watching our Tech Tip.